Welcome back to Square Off. Our focus now on Arizona politics. We start with Democrats' mad dash to run for 2 Valley congressional seats almost a year and a half before the primary. We're back with Tony Cani, Democratic consultant at Slingshot Campaigns and a former Biden campaign official here in Arizona, and Matt Benson, Republican consultant at Veritas Strategies, former spokesman for Governor Jan Brewer, and 2022 candidate for Governor Karen Taylor Robeson. Matt, the primary is 17 months away. Why are they getting in now?
Oh, this is going to be a scramble, and it's easy to see why. That congressional district for Schweikert's seat is becoming increasingly competitive. I mean, he won that seat in 2022 by less than 1 point. So it's no surprise that the Democrats are going to be pouring into that seat.
So there's a Schweikert seat, District 1. Ruben Gallego is leaving his seat in District 3, where you have 2 candidates in already.
Yeah, and a couple more on the way, I think.
So they get in so soon, and this is much, much sooner than we've seen before. That's a safe seat, that safe Democratic seat for life, for whoever wins it. Is there a danger that you get in so soon that you might have to drop out by the end of the year because you're just not raising money? What?
Yeah, I think that's possible. The reason people are jumping in early is because of the amount of money you need to raise in these types of competitive elections, but then also because the candidate that you for sure will beat is the one that decides not to run. And I think what's happening is a lot of these candidates are trying to position themselves so other folks decide, you know what, I don't think I'm going to get in, the math doesn't work out. And so that's why people are announcing earlier than we expected. I think that that's a lesson that people learned from the primaries and the governor's race last year.
Just the election never ends. And the Schweikert seat is viewed, I think, as a toss-up. When the redistricting was done, Democrats expected this district CD1 would be a toss-up in a presidential year.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
right.
much.
Yep, it's going to be competitive.
Let's move to the Capitol. Governor Hobbs climbing the veto charts, closing in on Janet Napolitano's one-year record of, I think, about 59 vetoes. Will any of these vetoes come back to bite Katie Hobbs? We haven't seen this in, gosh, 15 plus years.
I'll point to the one I think is the biggest vulnerability for her, and it's the food tax, the grocery tax. You know, this is a very populist issue, obviously, with inflation and rising costs and households being squeezed. You could see Republicans make hay out of that in an electoral cycle, talking about how the governor had a chance to reduce costs for what you pay to put food on the table, and she chose to veto it.
She vetoed a bill that would have eliminated the food tax in Arizona cities and towns.
Correct.
Will it come back to bite her?
Yeah, I think maybe, right? I mean, that's an issue but I think that the challenge that Republicans have is there's a bit of a credibility problem with their governance right now with all the things that are happening nationally with Republicans. And so will attacks by them stick? I don't know. I think that that's a problem. And also, it's a number of years away. I think some of these things may be a bigger vulnerability for the legislative candidates in this next election. But I think they've got a message to refute it, and we'll just have to see.
Tony Cani, Matt Benson, thanks so much for joining us. Happy Easter to both of you.